Hi, welcome back to Nevermind.
Welcome back to GigabiteTV, the sciencey show where I do stuff with food. I like soda. Now that I've tried it, I like making soda. I put a lot of work into these recipes, so please, try this at home. So the easiest way to make soda is to just take a syrup and then add carbonated water. But that's boring. So instead, what you can do is take some yeast, add that syrup to it, and then dilute it to your desired volume.
Humans would likely not be where they are today without yeast. Making alcoholic liquids was a method of creating storable, safe water. Now that does give us the fruitcake, but that is not the fault of yeast. Besides, yeast also makes bread and can produce carbon dioxide, which is going to be used to make our soda pop. If fermented too long, the yeast will produce enough alcohol to make it a hard drink, but the fermentation is stopped early, so only an appreciable amount of carbon dioxide is produced, and there is still sugar left in the drink. Yeast can ferment hexoses and disaccharides, so you can use any natural sweetener, from sugar to honey to your own delicious human blood sugar if you can get it.
So I'm going to make these first two syrups at the same time, as they follow the same basic procedure. Now the one on the left I'm going to call Counterculture Cola. It's not your average cola recipe. It's pretty underground. You probably haven't heard of it. And it starts out with 6 ounces of brown sugar, about 8 anise pods, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and half a teaspoon of nutmeg, both fresh, 2 tablespoons of grated ginger, and 2 teaspoons of orange zest, and 1 cup of orange juice, which I hope came from that orange you just zested.
Lime.
And the other syrup we're working with today is Basil strawberry syrup. And it contains 12 ounces of honey by weight. Sticky little devil.
Go for the real stuff that has the name of an actual plant on it. Also, your face is a sticky little devil.
Half a cup of lemon juice.
You're just going to ignore that, aren't you?
1 cup of torn basil.
Oh, well.
And about a pound of strawberries, which I killed in the food processor. Heat both of these to a simmer to dissolve the sugar solutions, and then allow to steep for an hour. Strain the syrup, and then add 1/4 teaspoon of yeast to a 32-ounce bottle, and dilute with freshly squeezed water until there's only a little headroom left. So this last soda is the oddball of the group. Someone already rooted out all the puns and beat me to them, so I'm just going to call this one Beet Soda, which starts out with 1½ cups of beet juice,
That red coloring reminds me of your blood.
half a cup of apple juice, which is from Braeburn apples, and half a cup of pomegranate juice, and 1½ cups of freshly squeezed water. Now at this point, you can change the dilution of this soda to fit your taste. If you want to dull the excessive earthiness of this drink, what you should do is take half a cup of this, dilute it to 4 cups, and then add our 5 ounces of sugar. But if you like beets, and I mean really like beets, you should add the sugar right now. Like this! And then bring to a simmer to dissolve the sugar. Fill the bottle and add yeast, just like before, replacing any lost water, and this time using a clear bottle to show off that brilliant Basil burst of color. So after 2 days of fermentation at room temperature, you should open your soda to check for carbonation, and put it in the fridge to prevent over-fermentation. If you don't, it'll end up like this! I hope you can see that soda making is a fun and slightly messy process. But if you want to make some flavors of your own, keep the sugar relatively constant at 6 ounces for 32 ounces of soda. Who knows, maybe you'll come up with a flavor that really pops! I'm so lonely.